It is 1:04 a.m. and Sunday morning?
Sunday morning. It is now Sunday morning.
I'm on 1 hour of sleep. I don't even know what day it is.
I'm on 2, so I definitely know what day it is.
Well, we've at least drawn that line.
Yes.
And we thought we'd take a minute here to, throughout this whole journey, we've had people on Twitter and in person talk to us about what's been going on, and we've told them all these stories, and we've realized that we haven't told any stories, like, at all, about what this journey has been.
Yes.
So we wanted to just do that. We wanted to recap sort of what's going on, because so much has gone on that was not just the baseball.
And it kind of seemed perfect as we are finally kind of leaving the west of Denver, if you want to consider Colorado the west, which
Sure,
you don't, but
sure.
It's in the western time zone, right? Nope, it was in the mountain time zone. All right, well,
it's okay. The West Coast swing. It was the West Coast swing.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a West Coast recap, if you will. Oh, look at that! Time for the recaps. All right. See, we got this going here. All right, it might be 1 in the morning, but we got this. So we wanted to. We'll start with the 30-hour drive.
Yes, the 30-hour drive out to Seattle
From Chicago. We left on Thursday night after work.
Yes.
And picked up the rental car and packed it all up and basically hit the road. And it was super uneventful for a long time there.
Yes.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota.
Yeah. It's
kind of a lot of nothing. A lot of hours of driving, and so we did our best to try to coordinate shifts and whatnot, but we didn't really have a great plan because we didn't know what it was going to look like. And then North Dakota happened.
North Dakota. Tim, what happened in North Dakota?
Do we have to?
I think you should tell the people.
I was doing 9 miles an hour over the speed limit. Documented, by the way. You know how we have you know how I know it was documented? Excuse me for a moment. I know because it's right here, documented, that I was doing 9 miles an hour over in North Dakota and was pulled over and ticketed by a, albeit very nice, highway patrol officer, but one who couldn't have been more than 15 years old and 3 days out of the academy, who asked me to get out of my car and walk back to sit in the passenger seat of his. Who does that?
I don't know. It was weird. But you're skipping what time of the day was it?
Oh, super early in the morning, like 5 in the morning.
It's 5 in the morning.
Yeah, 5 in the morning, and I'm driving through North Dakota, and this happens, and he's just sitting there, and I'm doing 9 miles an hour over, thinking, okay, this is no big deal. Right around, rips me over, and the best part is you were dead asleep.
Yeah. It was
so you wake up to the knock on the window of the cop, and so he looks at me, and just think from the cop's perspective, this is how you have to think about it. I have an Illinois license, which, by the way, I didn't have on me because I didn't want to have my wallet in my pocket doing this huge drive, so it's in the back. I asked him if I could get it, and he's very uncomfortable with me getting my wallet. It's weird. But I have an Illinois license.
Yes.
We have a rental car from Tennessee, like a Tennessee plate. Technically, it was the Chicago rental agency, but a Tennessee plate.
Yes. And we're carrying. We're in North Dakota.
We're in North Dakota.
And we're carrying, we were going out to Seattle to see our friend Haley, and she used to live in Illinois, and she had a bunch of things that she'd never brought out to Seattle with her that included, like, just some random things, like these giant wooden tables that were like slices of trees that she, like, assembled into
literally
tables.
Sawed trees.
Yeah, but it was just like, so just wood kind of in our backseat.
Just a hodgepodge of God only knows what in our backseat. So when he's asking me about what's going on, I have 3 different stories because, in all honesty, there were 3 different stories.
Right.
When he asked me where I'm from Chicago, but why do I have a Tennessee? So I understand why the man probably had several different questions that he needed answering. But so of all these things, I answer all the questions, we go through all the rigmarole, I get ticketed for 9 miles an hour over. $40. $40.
I mean,
why even bother?
It's a cheap.
No, why even bother? I'm serious. It was more of an insult than anything.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get me for that, then get me for that. Anyway, we can talk about it. The worst part is that not more than 12 hours before, I had already prompted you.
Yes.
How many speeding tickets we were gonna get.
In that 30-hour drive, I did have enough time to actually edit together a video, and really just the first 5 seconds of it is the best.
Cops.
Wow, look at that guy. Ooh, I'm gonna put that down. Life on the road, ladies and gentlemen.
We're good.
Okay.
I definitely wasn't speeding because I've learned that 9 miles an hour over is not going to get.
Yes. Okay, so was there anything else eventful that happened on the way to Seattle? Just, I think.
You mean other than the fact that we drove 30 straight hours?
Right. So I think that's like the main thing is that we drove 30 straight hours.
And no, well, yes, and the fact that you dominated that drive because you actually got to sleep, you terrible human being.
I'm prepared for sleeping in a car, which you have not done. Tim thinks it's insane that one, I have with me, basically at all times, sleep mask. This is the most important thing. As well as some nasal strips, what are they called? Breathe Right?
Sure.
Buzz Market Breathe Right strips. That will...
You have earplugs, you have a sleep mask, you have Breathe Right strips, and I have nothing. And you dominated the sleep on that trip.
Yes.
I slept way less than you did on that 30-hour trip. I was probably insufferable by the end of that thing.
Yeah, you generally are. But we made it to Seattle, and that's all that matters. We made it.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah.
That was a nice little
Thanks.
backhanded compliment there. We made it to Seattle, and in Seattle we got to see some touristy stuff. It was pretty cool. We wrote about it a little bit, but we got to see
we saw the
Pike's Place Market, and we did
Yes.
the fish thing and all that stuff. But we got to see our first ballpark, and
we saw the disgusting gum wall.
that was great. Yeah, the gum wall.
Yes. Oh yeah, and we saw the baseball park.
The second we were done at the ballpark, we got in the car and sprinted toward Oakland because we had a 12-hour trip in front of us, and we had 13 hours to make that 12-hour trip. So we only had an hour of leeway, and we had no idea what was going to happen with the rental car, what was going to happen with traffic. I mean, there was a myriad of things that could have gone wrong.
Yes.
And so we hit the road, and the only thing I can remember is as we drove, it was pitch black, middle of the night.
Yes.
I remember driving and through and thinking Portland should have been part of Washington.
Yes. Because it's right.
It's right on the border of Oregon and Washington.
Yes.
That Oregon kept stealing, and you pointed it out, kept stealing the names of other cities.
Yeah, I was driving as we were going down that part, and it's just so all you're seeing are just the names of the like cities and stuff in Oregon. It's all just stolen from the rest of the United States. We saw and this is like 7 days ago, so I'm not exactly sure, but we definitely saw Milwaukee, Oregon. We saw a lake that like definitely only exists in Illinois or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
But it was ridiculous. Literally every exit that we went by, which of course you go by a million exits on these highways, every one of them was just one more up. There's a stolen name.
Right.
Like Oregon, think up an original name for a city, will you?
Yes. Well, I guess we should talk about. Should we talk about sleeping in the car and
how we discovered the backseat?
Yes.
The backseat sleep?
Yes, the backseat sleep. I guess this is before we had a lodger with us. But
with lodgers, backseat sleep is impossible.
Yes. We have to do front seat sleeping.
Which, by the way, he's asleep right now, so.
Yeah, this is the best way to sleep is in the backseat.
Totally.
As we've discovered, yes.
So, we made that ridiculous trip, and we made it, which was awesome.
Yes.
But it was an incredibly tight turnaround. We literally drove right into the stadium.
Yeah,
and
we drove into the Coliseum parking lot.
And got out of the car, went to the porta potties, used the water jugs that we were using for drinking water to like wash our faces and like get ourselves somewhat ready. Changed right there in the parking lot.
Yep.
Like, kid you not, that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
And then walk straight into the A's game.
Ironically, we fit in really well. I don't know I don't know what that says, but.
Oh, and then in that A's game, we were on the Jumbotron.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we were in front of everyone, and we are looking like that. So
right.
No sleep.
Yeah.
Disheveled.
Hey everybody, we went a little bit too long with our storytelling, and but we want to finish all the great stories about the West Coast trip. We're gonna do it after I get a little bit of sleep and the sun comes out, because I think the lighting will be better then.
Sure. After you sleep, not me.
Yeah. Well, I'm the most important. All right, so we'll see you after that.